wanted a new campaign for BP Ultimate, so we went to Ogilvy, our creative agency, to start coming up with new ideas for us.
We initially had a line which was about looking after the heart of your car. That brought us to a visual which was to create an engine that looked like a heart. Now what we were going to do with that heart was the big question. We had a thought about animating it, bringing it to life. We weren't quite sure where that was going to go, which brought us to speaking to David Wilson.
I loved Andy's idea of this mechanical heart, this engine-like heart, and I wanted to place it in an environment that suited it. Once we'd decided that we wanted to have this journey through this model environment, we needed to pre-visualize this on the computer so that we could create our studio environment virtually and then pass the cameras through it and get it all down to a fine tee before we even touched a plank of wood or a piece of paper. We took this to these bespoke model makers called Hothouse. A whole team of people there jumped on board to get this off my computer screen and scribbles and pens and paper into reality.
The entire process really consumed 16 guys, I'd say, for about 8 weeks, purely because everything is bespoke. Everything that you see is handmade. There's a tree, for example. All these leaves are brass etched, and then each one has been applied by hand and glued in place. And that took one guy 1 week, and that's just one tree. As model makers, we can put as many details into this model as possible, but it's important to get a really great director of photography and some amazing lighting in order to bring these models to life.
I'd had a lot of discussions with David and also with Toby Farrow, my gaffer, about the whole look of it. So that we came in and we basically started sketching out and blocking in the whole lighting scheme, you know, on the first day. The heart reacts really well to colour. David and I discussed these very soft colours that you do get around dawn, the blues and the pinks. And so we felt that it would be a subtle effect to make it look good in these early stages and then have this bright amber sunrise that actually then strikes in on it right at the end.
Because of our time restrictions during this shoot, we decided that this engine should be engineered in such a way that you only had to turn a cog at the back of the engine to make the whole thing move. It was a massive feat of engineering to get it to its end result, and quite a marvel, really.
The heart itself was a really time-consuming process to make something so neat and precise and tidy. 2 guys worked on nothing else for 8 weeks, but it's a lovely thing when it's finished.
I wanted to place in a whole load of sub-stories into our environment. This chap here has lost his dog, an empty leash. He's looking bemused and lost. And over here, we have our dog here that's run away, hiding behind a pillar. And this chap here, he's putting up a lost dog poster. And in the last clip, on the left-hand side, the two are reunited with the dog running up to his owner. After 15 days in the studio, we're now on our final day of the shoot. I'm really excited about how it's all pieced together and can't wait to see the final product.
Your engine is the heart of your car. Look after it with BP Ultimate Fuels. Specially formulated to break down sooty deposits and leave it fitter and healthier.